Oh,
Okay.
you don't, you ask the questions, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Philip. My first question is: in the last years, Microsoft changed your business, your core business, for the this company of the software and the hardware inclusive, and now one company of the services. Azure, artificial intelligence, the new trends, and Microsoft evolution in these new services. What is the challenge in this change?
You know, as a company, Microsoft, we've gone through a massive transformation from a software age to a cloud-first and AI-first world. Number one, we reshaped our mission as a company. This is no more about a PC on every desk in every home. It's about empowering every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. It's also about a new culture. We talk about the growth mindset, learning it all. It's about the customer obsession. It's about being diverse and inclusive. It's really about enabling our customer success all the time. In order to do that, we've got a point of view in the technology world. We see three big trends happening. One is the world is becoming a computer itself. You've got ubiquitous computing, what you call computing on the edge, in your cars, you as a patient, or in a milk factory as an example. It's about putting the user at the center of multi-sense, multi-device experiences with mixed reality as an example, voice, recognition, and more. And last but not least, it's about AI infusing everything in data so that you can reason the data, have insights, predict, and do more to augment people's ingenuity. That's the kind of company we aspire to be, to truly digitize the economy, the society, and be a partner of choice for large enterprise, startups, schools, academia, the public administration as well, everywhere in the world, and of course in Mexico as well.
Yes. Philip, 1 month ago, I go to the Seattle, the headquarters of Microsoft, and I see this new change in Microsoft. You say very good, more EA, more mixed and virtual reality and augmented reality. What is the challenge for the next years, for example? What is the new services for Microsoft and the world? What is the support for countries, for example, Mexico?
You know, think about the way the industries, the economy is becoming more digital. Take retail. Retail, taking an example, working with companies like Walmart. Walmart needs to have the most advanced e-commerce platform to actually compete with Amazon. They also need to get their 3 million associates to collaborate with modern collaboration tools. They also need to get the best of Internet of Things to connect and predict what could go wrong in the cold chain that they have in the value chain. If you go to the automotive industry as an example, Microsoft is enabling companies like Toyota, Renault, Nissan with what we call basically a vehicle platform which is connected. And we are building on top some services for BMW as an example. They will have their own BMW branded personal assistant connecting with whatever people want to use in the car. That could be Alexa, it could be Siri, that could be Cortana. It's agnostic, it's a BMW personal assistant. So that's what we do, and we do the same as well, of course, with Mexican companies. Let's look at what we do with Pemex. I think there's some amazing cases here in Pemex where we are truly modernizing the gas commercialization application and saving a lot of money, where we're optimizing the storage as well as a cost for Pemex, and where we intend to do more. And the same would apply in the public authorities as well with SAT, where is obviously Microsoft is enabling electronic invoices at massive scales, and going to be partnering as well to detect fraud, correction, etc., to do more when it comes to tax optimization for the country and the economy of Mexico.
Yes. Jean-Philippe, how convinced the companies, for example, in Mexico, more than 90% of companies in Mexico is SME, small and medium enterprises. How convinced we change digital transformation?
I think we see a lot of excitement in Mexico, and I met with some customers today again. I've been doing that for the last few years, and I see the excitement growing with some large product goods companies, growing with Public services, I think it was a big announcement we may talk about in terms of healthcare and taking care of patients in Mexico with the INCAN and the National Institute of Cancer as an example, where we enable that change. Same with microfinance service organization. You've got COMA, I think is the name in Mexico of this organization, serving 300,000 organizations and using AI, artificial intelligence, to train their people to better serve the needs of all those micro companies in Mexico. So I see the need and excitement across the broad economy, and that's actually a very important move, I think, for Mexico.
Yes, in Mexico, the last week I see this new work on Microsoft in artificial intelligence and Azure, for example, cloud computing in the health in this sector or industry. What is the support in the healthcare, for example?
So in the healthcare sector, you got a lot you can do. Number one, you want to make sure you actually connect with the patients, particularly when it comes to chronic disease. So we are working with pharmacy companies in the world. We are working with hospitals, like the biggest hospital in India as an example. We put in place a very intelligent platform based on all the health records, anonymously obviously, of people which have chronic issues with their heart. And we analyze all the symptoms, all the issues, so that we can better take care of them ahead of a potential incident happening. The same could apply with diabetes as well. And the same would apply as well with oncology and cancer, which is why we are doing this partnership as well in Mexico. So healthcare is really a broad space. You can help the patients. You can help also the people taking care of the patients so that they are well informed all along the journey of the patients. And you can also help the pharmacy companies to innovate as they create some biochemicals and new molecules using the power of AI in our cloud at mega scale.
Yes. Finally, Mr. Jean-Philippe, what is in the next years? What is the next industries for conquest in these topics of EA and virtual and augmented reality? What is the next industries for conquest?
I think we see a broad application of artificial intelligence across society. By the way, it's not just the economy. I mentioned oil and gas, I mentioned healthcare, I mentioned retail, I mentioned manufacturing, automotive companies. There's a lot of assembly lines that can be automated or actually do more and be more productive. But it's also about the society. We're investing as a company a lot when it comes to education. As an example, in Mexico, we've been running our hours of code to enable little kids, girls, to learn how to code. And we do that at mega scale with 4 million kids using and accessing for free our collaboration tools. But the same can apply as well for AI for good, as we call it. AI for good is an issue we have as a company level, where we are providing with partners, research centers, large foundation as well, some very innovative applications when it comes to accessibility, when it comes to sustainability, and when it comes to sustain also humanitarian efforts. We are investing all up $150 million to do better for the society. So we are very proud of the day, being more than 30 years in Mexico, to bring the best of innovation and doing that across society in partnership with the public services and the country to do more with the country of Mexico.
Yes.